We'll continue reading the book, The Mind of the Soul by Master Gary and Linda. So today's chapter is Authentic Needs. So in this, author says, authentic needs are the needs of your soul, which is creativity. While the artificial needs, these are the needs of your personality. And it comes from the frightened parts. You want to get noticed, or prestige, or make yourself feel valuable, safe. These are the feeling of powerlessness. So it is artificial needs, and it is the pursuit of external power. He then distinguishes between authentic needs and artificial needs. So authentic need, it is the need of the soul. Artificial need is the need of the personality. Authentic needs align personality and soul, while artificial needs manipulate and control. Authentic needs brings creativity and serves the soul. Artificial needs envy creativity of others. Authentic needs love and be loved. Artificial needs characteristic is strive to be safe and valuable. Authentic needs fill life with meaning, while artificial need empties the life. Authentic needs create healing, constructive consequences. Artificial needs create painful and destructive consequences. Authentic needs give gifts of the soul. Artificial needs insist on being right. Authentic needs, fear disappears in authentic needs, while life is filled with fear in artificial needs. Authentic needs attract others who pursue authentic needs, while in artificial needs attract others who pursue artificial needs. Authentic needs create authentic power. Artificial needs create external power. The author is saying when you recognize the difference between your authentic needs and your artificial needs, you develop a natural give and take and become more flexible. So as always, he is giving an exercise to list it down in the past, whatever experiences you had, and write in journal when you got angry for a slow driver, or impatient with a long line, or you had a power struggle with your spouse or child or friend, and describe in each circumstances briefly in your journal what you wanted or thought you needed in each situation, and then classify whether it is an authentic need or an artificial need. Write it in your journal. This is an exercise author is recommending. Okay, we need to use our inner compass to distinguish between artificial need and authentic needs. Then he gives an example of making a list of some things like a new car, a meaningful job, a thoughtful spouse, a child. Against each item, ask yourself, is this a need of my soul or a need of my personality? Then make a list of things that are most important to you, such as my values, my children, my wardrobe. Against each of this, ask yourself, is this a need of my soul or need of my personality? Record your answers in your journal. Now, to create an authentic power, it's the byproduct of authentic need. So in this case, authentic power, how we can create is you should use your painful experience, because this experience are meant to be used to discover what you need to heal in yourself. So he's giving an example that if you become angry at someone, look in yourself instead of the person who triggers your anger. Look carefully enough you will find the very thing that angers you. You have to look for a while, but you will definitely find it. He gives his own experience that he gets irritated when Linda uh, used to explain something to him and he thought that she was whining. But then author asked himself, why am I getting irritable? And he began to observe himself carefully as he could. And 2 months later, while he was explaining something to Linda, he suddenly heard himself pleading like a child. He was very happy that he discovered a part of his personality which he didn't knew, and he began to challenge it. He learned to identify the physical sensation he felt just before he whined, which were always painful, and he practiced remaining silent instead of whining. The more he practiced silence, the less he whined. You know? This is a very good example with the author is giving his own experience that he felt that other Linda is whining while explaining something, but it was his childlike feeling which was hurt, and he identified it. So he used to observe his physical sensation by challenging it, and then um, addressing it by remaining silent. So when he started remaining silent, he whined less. So the behavior of others is never an issue in our spiritual growth, but our emotional reaction always. So painful emotions, when it comes to our life, it is a signal from our soul that reminds us to stop and experience what we are feeling before you choose a response. So whenever we come across with painful emotions, let us understand that it is a signal from our soul to remind, which is reminding us to stop and experience our feelings before we choose a response. So our purpose on the earth is to become a personality that creates with the intention of our soul. Okay. And as we learn how to do this using sense of meaning as an inner compass to distinguish between authentic and artificial needs, we move forward to our potential as a flower grows towards the sun. So this completes the chapter 16, Authentic Needs. If anyone wants to share their experience or inputs, please feel free to share. Unmute yourself and share. Anyone wants to add input, their experience, please unmute yourself. If no more sharing, then shall we end the session? Thank you all for joining this session and adding your energies. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.